Hello, friends, and welcome to the Ankur Bhatnagar Show. I am so excited to be here with you to spark awareness, fuel motivation, and help you unlock the best version of yourself. For this episode, I am fired up because it has a deeply personal meaning for me. If you are a new listener, I just want to take a moment to personally welcome you to the Ankur Bhatnagar Show. I am thrilled that you are here and you have hit the play button and found the time to listen to this particular podcast. This tells me that you love to learn, love feeling inspired, and you also want to understand yourself better. And that's exactly this podcast will help you do today. Have you ever felt paralyzed by uncertainty? You are staring at a decision, a project, or even a life choice, and everything feels blurry. You hesitate, unable to make decision, waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, the perfect picture, and sometimes that wait becomes longer and longer. More certainty starts creeping in your mind. The confidence shrinks. You start focusing on the problems, challenges ahead, and even question if that task is even worth doing. The delay in decision-making, compounded by the noise around you, stops you from making the first step. What you need is not more information or other opinions. You need clarity and the conviction to act. Today, I will talk about clarity, conviction, and confidence, a simple sequence I call the power of 3 C's that can help you even through the toughest moments in life. Let's dive straight into the power of 3 C's. Any decision point, any challenge is not about knowing everything to the last detail, but knowing just enough that is useful enough to justify the next step. At work and in life, you don't need more data. You don't need more analysis. What you need is a better lens. Imagine this: you're driving on the road but hit a dense, thick fog patch. You can't see the path ahead of you. You feel stuck because you don't know what's ahead. That's what life feels like when you don't have the clarity. But here is the truth: the fog isn't endless. If you take one step forward, even it's a smaller step, you will notice something amazing. The fog begins to clear. You see a little more of a path, then another step, and more of the view appears. If you stand still, you stay lost. If you move, you learn. Clarity doesn't come from waiting for the fog to disappear. It comes from taking the next step. Clarity matters because it builds confidence. When you know your next step, you stop second-guessing yourself. Clarity is not about doing everything. Instead, it is about doing the right things. When your choices align with your values and the desired outcome, you start moving forward with the purpose. The life suddenly feels meaningful. Clarity matters because it saves time. Every minute spent in confusion is a minute lost. Clarity cuts through the noise and says, "This is what matters." It gives you the first step. Clarity matters because it tells you where to start. It's asking yourself, what matters most right now? You don't need to see the whole road, just the next step. That's clarity. But clarity alone will not take you through the dense fog. For that, you need conviction. Conviction is the belief that the path is worth walking, even when you can't see the whole way. It's what keeps you moving when the fog is thick and the progress feels slow. Clarity tells you what matters most right now. Conviction gives you the courage to act on it. Together, they create momentum. Clarity says, here is your next step. Conviction says, take it and keep going. The fog doesn't clear because you wait. It clears because you move with purpose. That's the power of clarity and conviction working together. Conviction is the courage to act when the outcome isn't guaranteed. It's the decision to move forward even when the path isn't perfect. Without conviction, there is no progress. But with conviction, progress feels real. Conviction matters because it creates momentum. One decision, one bold step can change everything. When you commit, you send a signal to yourself and to the world, I am serious about this. That energy attracts progress. Without clarity, conviction can feel directionless. And without conviction, clarity can feel passive. Conviction matters because it builds trust in yourself. Every time you follow through, you prove you can rely on you. Through clarity and conviction, confidence grows. You start trusting yourself. You start believing in yourself. The more you act with clarity and conviction, you will grow in confidence as an individual. Confidence isn't magic. It is not something you wake up with one day. Confidence is earned step by step, decision by decision. Every time you act with clarity and conviction, your self-belief grows. You start to trust yourself. That's the foundation of confidence, not waiting, but doing. Think about this. Confidence grows in the soil of experience. Each small win is a seed. Each bold step waters that seed. Over time, those seeds become a forest of self-belief. Confidence matters because it changes how you show up. When you trust yourself, you stop playing small. You speak up in difficult situations. You take on challenges others avoid. You stop asking, "Can I?" and start saying, "I will." Clarity gives you direction. Conviction gives you the courage to act. Confidence gives you the strength to keep going. You don't need to see the whole road. You don't need to have all the answers. You just need to know what matters most right now and take that first step with conviction. Confidence isn't something you wait for, it's something you create through your actions. Next time you feel stuck in the fog, remember this. Clarity cuts through the uncertainty. Conviction moves you forward, and confidence grows with every step. Martin Luther King Jr. said one day, "You don't have to see the whole staircase, just take the first step." So take that step and start today. Remember, fog clears when you move. That's the power of 3 C's. Thank you for listening. If this episode inspired you, share it with someone who needs clarity today. Until next time, keep moving forward. Goodbye.